guys, today I'm gonna show you guys how to replace the little motor inside the instrument cluster in this 2004 Suburban. We've had some issues with the fuel gauge on the dash. I'll show you what it does. See, it's all decked out to the right side, and if you put the ignition on, it even does funkier things. So we actually replaced the fuel level sensor in the tank because that's how we thought the problem was, and it still does the same thing. So I'm like, what's next? Let's try to replace this little stepper motor. So see, if you have similar problems with any of the gauges, see, it all does all kinds of funky stuff, then you may have the same issue with your motor inside the cluster. Okay, so let's get to it. So the first thing we have to do is take this whole trim piece off. So you're gonna put this in neutral, or now actually in one. Make sure the parking brake is set, and then you're gonna have to remove this. See, that's a big piece. I don't even know how it comes out. You should be able to just lift it off somehow. There we go. Okay, so now if you see, there is 4 bolts right here. I'm gonna show you the bolts. There's one here on the top, there's one on the bottom right there, and the other side the same thing. There is one there, and there is one down here. See, so we're gonna have to take these bolts out, and I got this number 7 little socket and a pretty long extension. It doesn't matter how long it is as long as you can get in there, and a little ratchet thingy. So I'm just gonna undo these 4 screws here. Okay, so now we have to lift this thing out of here somehow. I think it comes out like this, see? Actually, what I forgot to do is lower the steering wheel. There we go. Now let me show you the back connector here. There's a connector, see? On the back of there's only one connector, this harness. And what you do is you squeeze these 2 things, and it comes out like that. That's it, and this is all out. Now here, what you want to do is make sure you put this back into park, turn the car off so nobody can drive it away, and then we can start working on the instrument cluster. So basically I got this kit from eBay. There is 6 little motors that come with it. You can buy the whole kit, or you can just buy the motors individually as well. I think there's an update on the part numbers, which I want to make sure you get, but it's relatively inexpensive. And I also bought these 2 little tools, a soldering gun and this desoldering pump that's gonna remove the solder from the circuit board. And you know, let's see how it comes together. So here I got the cluster on a desk. I just set it up on my regular working desk, as you can see right here. So what we have to do, we have to remove these little tabs in the back. See, this one, these tabs all around. There is a few other ones on the other side. See, we're gonna have to remove those and take it from there. So let's start that. Here, take it off. I'm gonna put it on the side, and here's our cluster right here. See, what we're gonna do here is take the front side off too. See, there's some other the same thing on the front side, some of these things. There we go. Put this on the side, and here's our cluster. See, it's moving around when you move it. It's the back side. It's like, so what we're gonna have to do here, we're gonna put all these things all the way back here until you feel some resistance. It's very important because we have to remove these needles, and they have to go back in the same position. So make sure all of them are back. It's good. This one doesn't really matter because we're gonna replace this one. But this is the bad one. So anyway, so all of them are back. So we're going to use blue tape to mark the needle positions. And how we do that is put a piece of blue tape to all the needles. Now we're going to use a Sharpie to mark the positions where they were. So see all these small needles? The small needles are the same size, so you don't have to worry about them, and the big ones they're the same too, so it doesn't matter. So just put them on the side from now. And we have the face right here with all the needles off. Now we can take the face this face plate off slowly but surely. I'm gonna use a little screwdriver to try to pry this off very carefully. And the whole face comes off like that. Put it on the side. You can take this one out. If you want, you can leave it in there, doesn't matter. And now there's a little plastic that needs to get removed. Put it on the side. Make sure you don't break anything. And here we go, exposed our circuit board. This one just comes off like this. Put this on the side too. And here we go, here's our circuit board. All the motors all exposed on it. See? Now this is the one that we're gonna have to remove, and see the new one looks exactly the same. It's just an updated motor. This is the one that you're gonna have to remove. I'm gonna put an X here. And see these little dabbles here? Let me try to look a little closer. 1, 2, 3, 4 pins that you're gonna have to desolder and remove. So these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the pins we're having to remove. So now we're ready to desolder the motor. We just have to make sure that we don't overheat the board and damage the circuit board. So I have my little soldering gun heated up. You can see it's smoking a little bit still. It's brand new, so it's gonna smoke. Don't worry about it. It's just make sure your room is well ventilated. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this pump, soldering pump. I'm gonna start heating up that little contact here. Careful that you don't heat anything else up, you don't damage anything. And then it's gonna just sucks it out. See the little hole there now? There's a little hole versus the other one is still in place. So I'm gonna do the same thing with all 4 little pins. Okay, let's see how it works now. See, and it came out. This is our old motor. See, the new motor don't have to worry about the pins much, because there is these little dimples. There's two dimples that the motor can only go in one way in the circuit board. So what you do is you just line it up, make sure the little pins go through here to the 4 holes. This one is not. Okay, here we go. Okay, all the way in. See, it's flush. Now you can turn it around. Here's our 4 pins. See, I'll show you. Brand new motor in there. 1, 2, 3, 4 pins. They're all the way in. So all we have to do now is solder in the new pins. And our soldering job is all finished with the new motor in place. After we soldered all the motors in place, or just one, however you replaced, you just have to reassemble the cluster in the opposite way. So let's do that. So we have to put the needles back, which is tricky. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to make sure that all the needles are wind back. So we push it down a little bit, then you make sure you turn all the way till you feel resistance. That's when you know it's the starting position, and then you manually turn. You feel some more resistance until you get to your sign right there. And then you push it down all the way. Oh yeah, that's it, all the way. So where's the other one? Do the same thing. I'm gonna put it on, make sure it's all the way back. See, when you resistance, turn it down to the little mark, and then push it all the way down. See. Speedometer, same thing. This is my resistance, push it all the way down. All the way. Okay, how does it look? Looks a lot better. You can put the face on. All the way. Turn it around. Back side. All the way. All of them are on it. And we have our cluster assembled again. We put this back together now, so it's time for Judgment Day. Make sure if it works what we've just done. So what we're gonna do, first put the key in here. See, now you can video here. Take this out, put this back in here, the other way around. I'm gonna put the connector back in, and voila! our gauge works. See how it was before, and now all of a sudden it works. See, I'm turning it off, all the gauges work. If I turn the car on, everything works. This is beautiful. Success. So now all we have to do is put all the bolts back, the screws, and we're all done.